morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at your weekend forecast for work week forecast for December 4th through the 8th. And we did get a little bit of snow last night. Not a huge amount. Roads should be clearing up. I record this about a little after 6 o'clock in the morning. So right now, still a little slick out there in some spots, but things are rapidly improving. We should just see a few flurries left over, particularly later on this afternoon and this evening, but nothing that should cause any problems. And then we have a relatively quiet weather week coming up for us as we go forward. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Satellite-wise, you can see here's our storm that's rapidly leaving our area. We do have this upper level low that's going to kind of sink south again, kind of past us. And as it does so, it's going to be losing a lot of the steam that it has now. Right now, it's snowing pretty good in northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire, and Maine. But as it swings back through, there'll be a few flurries left over. We've got this system back to our south and our west. You might think, ooh, is that going to make a run at us? No. That's going to sneak out to sea. It's going to kind of get absorbed into this overall pattern of jet stream here flow from the southwest and get sheared out to the ocean. And then we have a quiet week, chilly week for the most part. Good snowmaking weather, which is good. Start build those bases up on the ski areas quite well. Next impactful weather doesn't look to happen until next weekend for the most part. But let's take a look at those details. As you can see, still steady snow over a lot of north and eastern. Most of Maine, a lot of northern New Hampshire, some of northern Vermont as well. Champlain Valley still getting some rain. As you can see, things have really cleared out here over southern Vermont. And what's going to happen is this whole system is going to kind of slide east and then slightly south of east. And so some of this that is still way out over the Great Lakes and some of this stuff to our north will kind of swing back through. Like I said, as it does so, it's going to dry out significantly. So it'll be much less in coverage and just be some flurries, maybe a snow squall, maybe enough to make a quick dusting again. And so you want to be slightly careful of that if you're driving this afternoon, just that you could hit a spot where it's briefly a little slick on the roads, but that's pretty minimal chance. Nothing I'd be too worried about at all. Mostly just flurries in the air, I think, and even there, not too significant. And if we look at what's going on in terms of the wider picture, you can see, we do clear out to our west here pretty good. And here's our system that's heading to our south. You can see a lot of 20s. And if you look to our north, we've got a lot of single numbers. We even get some below zero temperatures to our north here in Quebec. And if we head to sort of to central Canada, some cold weather there as well. And we are going to tap some of that later in the week as the system does, as a low pressure, as this system comes off, it will redevelop, but it'll redevelop way out to sea. Nothing that's going to cause problems for us, but it will drag some colder air in. So we are looking particularly for like Wednesday into Thursday, some pretty chilly weather. Below average temperatures or slightly below average temperatures for this time of year. Seasonably chilly. We are into December now, so we are in a time when cold weather is not unusual. Let's take a quick look at those temperatures. You can see, we've got this pocket of cold air over Quebec. That's what kind of helps give us just enough cold air to stay snow. And again, partially that's what we're tapping. We also have some cold air building over kind of northwestern Canada, and that's going to make a run down towards the northeast as well and give us those cooler temperatures. What does it actually look like in terms of the forecast? Before we get to highlights, the actual forecast. Today is the warmest day of the week. We could get close to 40 this afternoon, and then clouds kind of move back through, and I think we'll see some flurries. Like I said, most of these kind of late afternoon, early evening, not a big deal. All clouds basically today, though, I don't think we'll see any sun really to speak of. Tomorrow, temperature about 30, so this is pretty close to average, maybe a couple degrees below average. After starting out, basically temperatures won't move from where they were in the morning as we are moving some cooler air in. Wednesday, we start off in the low 20s. We make our way to the upper 20s. Pretty chilly. Thursday, we start off a lot cooler. That's the coolest morning of the week, down close to 10 for some of those valleys. So going to be some single digits in some spots. Temperatures only rise up to the upper 20s, and then we start to warm up Friday as we head towards the weekend. Like I said, next storm looks like Saturday or Sunday, I should say, into Monday maybe. Right now that looks wet and looks sort of like a front moving through. It does look like we'll have a pretty good warm up for next weekend. So just kind of if you're making plans going forward. In terms of our weekend highlights, less active weather for the next few days, seasonably cool. Lots of good snowmaking weather for the middle of the week, which is good because there is going to be a warming trend towards the end of the week, and the next significant storm heads our direction next Sunday into Monday. And like I said, right now that looks definitely wet, and really that's been the long-term trend for quite a while. That storm definitely does not take any kind of track that looks like it would keep us snow or mixed precipitation. So in terms of travel, that should not be a high impact. In terms of impact on the skiing, it will be offset by the fact that we can make a lot of snow early this week. So still pretty good out there, really, ski-wise for early season conditions. Especially if you can get up here early, late in the week. Friday would be a really nice day to get out and ski. Because they're going to have a chance to make some pretty good snow this week and get the groomers out there. Nice early groom trails. Trail counts are coming up. So yeah, ski conditions pretty good as we're going forward. In terms of the impact for the weather for the rest of us, pretty nice. You are going to want to try to clean up any of the slop that's out there this morning because by tomorrow and into Wednesday, it's going to stay frozen for a while. It's going to definitely get crusty. So make sure you do that. Okay? Thanks for viewing the video. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel before, I would encourage you to do so. Helps you make sure you don't miss any of my videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. They help support what I do here at the West River Weather Guy. And if you're interested in becoming a patron, there's a link in the description below that talks about what you can do to do that. All right, I will be back on Friday with a look at your weekend forecast.